Greetings viewers, this is Macho come at you with another video. Today we're going to finish the review for this Zoids high-end master model, Sturm Tyrann. In this video I will fully assemble the kit along with giving my final thoughts on it, the good, the bad, and everything else in between. So without further ado, let's get started. And here we have the Zoids high-end master model, Sturm Tyrann, fully assembled. And just gonna say that this actually looks pretty sleek. I really like the way how this looks. Especially, I must admit that I am kind of proud that I decided to use metallic red paint. It really makes this kit stand out a little bit more. Definitely that metallic has a nice gloss to it, has a nice shine to it, so it definitely works great for this kit. So I'm really happy I decided to go that route. But that aside though, this kit looks pretty nice. It's definitely similar, almost a mirror image of the Berserk Fury. Of course, I stated in previous videos that there's some obvious differences, but that aside, it definitely has a really nice look to it. Everything works well. Still kind of surprised about the X-breakers or those claws that's attached to the arms instead of the backpack, but it's not too bad. It actually kind of fits this kit pretty well. So it definitely does look pretty good, I must say. And also everything looks proportionate. I would say pretty good on that point. The legs obviously is one of the bigger parts of majority of Zoids kits, or even Gunpla kits for that matter. But because this is a Tyrannosaurus type Zoid, naturally the arms would be the smallest part of the kit, just like how the arms are the smallest part of a Tyrannosaurus. So definitely has that comparison there. That aside though, like I said, this is looking pretty nice. So to have a much better idea of how this kit is, let me show you the articulation. Just like in my second video of the individual parts, the articulation is pretty nice by themselves for each part, but to see how it's fully put together, start off with the head. It can go all around. It's on the ball joint. It can move downward and upward, just ever so slightly. The mouth can open and the gun can move as well, can extend just a little bit like so. The cockpit can open forward and back like so. There's a pilot. These pieces can also open. So if you open either the top or bottom, the other will open by itself. Gotta be careful here. The body can move left and right. The arms can move as long as there's nothing that is blocking it. So it can, in theory, move 360 degrees. There is an elbow joint, like so. The wrist can rotate 360 degrees. The bottom finger or talon can move, so can the top. So it can have a closed fist, like so. The X breakers can extend and can rotate. And the claws can extend as well. So, I have this. It's going to be about there for now. So the thrusters on the back can open like so. The big one and the small one. These can move forward and backward. Can move outward just a little bit. This piece can move a little bit forward, but it may hit this piece here, so you may just only be able to move forward just a little bit. The legs can move forward only a little bit in the back. They are a few points of articulation in the knee. Like so. The feet can move forward like so, as long as this piece, which is always starting to come off. So be careful of that. The toes can rotate just ever so slightly, and the anchor can go down whenever it's firing its main weapon. The tail can move upward and downward. It has several parts, so it can move upward or downward. It can swivel on each one of those points, left and right. And just like the neck, these can open like so. And of course you get that claw at the end of the tail. And that's about it for articulation. And now for some side-by-side comparisons. Here is the Sturm Tyrann right beside Master Grade New Gundam version KA. So the new Gundam is definitely taller based on this, but truly the Sturm Tyrann has more bulk to it. And here's beside the higher master model Liger Zero. It is beside the high-end master model Genobreaker. Even though the Sturm Tyrann looks like it's bigger, I think just because of the way how the Genobreaker legs are positioned. But in terms of bulk, I'll say it's pretty even. Let's do a side profile. Interesting enough. Maybe the Sturm Tyrann is a little bit bigger. Okay. And here it is beside Perfect Grade Strike Gundam. So for those who are familiar with Gunpla, perfect grades are a 1/60th scale, and all Zoid kits are 1/72 scale. So yeah, in terms of height, Strike Gundam definitely has this advantage. But I think in terms of bulk, it might be even, just because the Strike Gundam is a little bit bigger. I would say probably weigh the same as this kit, but in terms of bulk, maybe it's quite similar. If not, I'll go to the Sturm Tyrann on this one. And lastly, here it is beside his counterpart, the high-end Master Model Berserk Fury. So definitely a good similarity here. Yeah, I just noticed it, but the pistons on his ankles, I don't know if you can tell, but they're opposite colors. The gold is on top, whereas the silver is on the bottom, and vice versa here. The gold is on the bottom, silver is on top. But still pretty nice. I definitely do like the similarities that these two have. Yeah, pretty nice. But I'll say the width is definitely to the Sturm Tyrann just because of the X breakers attached to its arms. But pretty nice. And that's about it for side-by-side comparisons. Just like the Genosaur, Genobreaker, and the Berserk Fury, this can also be positioned to prepare itself for its charged particle cannon. So this is pretty similar to the Berserk Fury. All you gotta do is get ready for its position. Straighten the tail out. Open each one of its thrusters. Position the anchors. Open his neck flaps. Open his mouth. Stand the gun. And I guess for added, you can also open these up in the back. So, pretty standard. Just like the Berserk Fury, if you look on the other side, there's a hole for an action-based connection point to go into. So with that, you would get something like this. Now, it's not too ideal to have a kit like this on a action base such as this, but all I'm saying is it is quite possible. I've done with the Genobreaker, done with the Berserk Fury, so it definitely is possible to get this kit on the action base for a aerial type pose. But still, the fact that it's holding pretty still, I must admit, it's pretty impressive. So, just for thought that this is indeed possible. But I truly believe that this kit is a lot better without an action base, I think. But there's still possible ways to oppose this, whether it be menacing. It definitely has the similar articulation like the Berserk Fury or Fear, so it definitely is possible in so many different ways. So with that being said, I just wanted to take this time to share my final thoughts, the good, the bad, and everything else in between, and of course if there's a kit worth getting. So, start for the good. The good, this was a fun build. I really did enjoy it. I find much more enjoyment in building this than I did in previous Tyrannosaurus type Zoids like the Unibreaker. I think this was a little bit more fun to build. That was a lot bigger because I believe I mentioned that the Unibreaker has some pieces like falling off, and it was kind of hard to pose this here and there. Genobreaker was better than Genosaur, but there's still some of the same similar issues that the Genosaur had. But this was a little bit better. Second, if you have built the Berserk Fury already, then this should be no different. So this is a very similar build. Aside from a few different parts, it's going to be the same style. Many similar pieces, so it shouldn't be too complex. Posability is also fun, as I shown previously, that you could put this on action base if you choose to. But that aside, though, with the X-Breakers having various points of articulation, and the legs have various points of articulation, especially around the knee area and upper leg area. Definitely, this is pretty good. You can pose this and however you will. So there's that. In terms of price, this is similar to the Berserk Fury, maybe just a little bit more extra change, but other than that, I would say price is reasonable. Aside from that, I would say also the proportion-wise, I think everything is pretty well done. This is just like how I mentioned before, like a Tyrannosaurus. The smallest part of the kit, the arms, just like a Tyrannosaurus, so it fits well. So everything else is pretty neat there. For the bad part is the one thing that was also somewhat of a good part. What I mean by that is the bad part is there were two different shades of red to use. I kind of wish that they were all the same color. I think it'd be a little bit better that way. But as you can see here, I painted all that red, same color. Yeah, there may be a slight shade difference due to the two different types of red type of pieces used for this kit, but from far we can barely tell. So that's to me is a just nitpicking there. Maybe for some who've already built this, maybe you don't mind the two different red color pieces, but I prefer this way. So the metallic red does make this kit stand out a lot. But if you do decide on red metallic paint, by all means pick that up. That will make this kit stand out. Same goes with the gold for the claws and the toes, on the teeth too. I think the gold actually looks a lot better. The yellow gold that comes with this kit, it's not that bad. But I think the gold works a lot better in this case. It definitely works well with the metallic part of the red paint I used. One other flaw is that for some reason, whenever I've been posting this kit, it seems like it's really weak in the ankle area. Which is kind of sad to say. I don't want to say this is too back heavy. Maybe a little added weight than the Berserk Fury, but similar to that of the Genobreaker. But still though, I was really surprised that the ankle parts, or at the very least the feet, were just really weak, so it just kept on falling off whenever I tried to pose it. So just be watchful of that. But then again, I just also want to add that eventually you could pose this, it could stay still. So there shouldn't be too big of an issue. Just want to share that in case you decide to pick this kit up. One good part that I forgot to mention is that the pieces are actually are staying on pretty well. I haven't had a single piece fall off as I've been posing this, so that's good as of right now. So really big plus there. Everything's been pretty stable, so should have no issues there. So those are my thoughts at this moment of the good and the bad. Now, is this a kit worth getting? I would say yes. This is a kit definitely worth getting. Very similar to the Berserk Fuhrer. It also looks great in any Zoid collector out there. So this kit really works well with that. It would be a great addition to your collection. This kit is worth getting. Thank you all for watching. This has been a very fun kit for me to review. I hope you enjoy these series of videos, especially just giving my own opinion on these kits, especially the fact, if this is a kit worth getting. So I hope you all learn from these review videos. But with that being said, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for more video updates. My social links are down below. There are two videos here. One's the most recent, which is the parts video of this kit, and one that YouTube picked out. So again, thank you all for watching, and until next time, keep on building. Just like how I did with the Ligers. All the Tyrannosaur type Zoids lined up. Nice little collection if I say so myself.